Dr. Amanda Brooks stared at her quantum detection array's readout, her coffee growing cold beside the humming machines. The Nevada facility's basement lab was silent except for the soft beeping of her instruments. At first, she thought it was a glitch. The energy signatures beyond Pluto's orbit made no sense. They appeared and disappeared like cosmic hiccups, each pulse stronger than the last. "Hey, Jackie, can you verify these readings?" She called to her research assistant, who was dozing in the corner. Jackie Martinez jolted awake, nearly knocking over her own untouched energy drink. It was 3 a.m., and they'd been monitoring these anomalies for the past 18 hours. "That can't be right," Jackie muttered, adjusting her glasses as she peered at the screen. "The energy output is off the charts. It's like something's trying to punch holes in space-time." Before Amanda could respond, her phone buzzed. Then Jackie's. Then every device in the lab started chiming simultaneously. The fluorescent lights flickered, and the quantum detection array's screen filled with alerts. "Oh my God," Jackie whispered, pointing at the wall-mounted TV that was perpetually tuned to news broadcasts. The feed showed massive objects materializing throughout the solar system, sleek, crystalline structures that dwarfed aircraft carriers. Amanda's first thought wasn't about the end of the world or humanity's doom. Instead, she felt a surge of scientific vindication. I knew those energy signatures weren't instrument errors. The spatial distortions were their hyperspace windows opening. The lab's emergency line rang, and Amanda grabbed it. "Brooks here." "Yes, Mr. President. I'm looking at them right now." "No, sir, this isn't like Independence Day. Their tech is far more sophisticated." She paused, listening. "Actually, sir, I have some theories about their propulsion systems that might help." As she spoke, more ships appeared. They moved with impossible grace, their crystalline surfaces refracting sunlight in ways that hurt the eyes. The largest vessel, shaped like a twisted cathedral of light and metal, took position over New York City. Its shadow plunged Manhattan into an artificial twilight. Social media exploded. #NotADayAlien started trending within minutes, followed by #SpaceCathedral and #AlienParking. Someone had already created a Twitter account for the flagship, posting updates like "Just conquered my 317th civilization." "Feeling cute, might delete Earth later #InvaderLife." The president's emergency broadcast cut through all channels. He appeared calm, almost bemused. "My fellow Americans and citizens of Earth. As you've no doubt noticed, we have visitors. While their arrival is unexpected, I want to assure you that we are not unprepared." Amanda's phone buzzed again, this time with a classified briefing document. Her eyes widened as she read. "Jackie, look at this. Remember those crashed weather balloons we were asked to analyze last year?" Jackie peered at the document. "The ones with the weird quantum entanglement signatures. Don't tell me." "They were scout ships," Amanda confirmed. "We've been studying their tech for months. The military's been quietly preparing contingencies. Above them, the alien flagship's surface rippled like liquid metal. A face materialized across its hull. Masculine, elegant, with features that seemed almost human but not quite. The voice that boomed across the planet was deep and theatrical. "People of Earth, I am King Arxus of the Zephyrian Empire. Your world will make a fine addition to my collection. Resist and face annihilation. Submit and enjoy the benefits of my benevolent rule." The response was not what he expected. Within seconds, the face was turned into a meme. Someone had already auto-tuned his speech into a catchy pop song. The #benevolent this was gaining traction. In the Pentagon's war room, generals watched their monitors with grim satisfaction. Quantum encryption codes, reversed engineered from the scout ships, were already probing the Zephyrian fleet's defenses. In labs across the globe, scientists like Amanda had been preparing for this moment, turning alien technology against itself. "Dr. Brooks," the president's voice came through her secure line again. "How would you like to help save the world?" Amanda looked at her quantum detection array, Then at the alien ships visible through her lab's small window. A smile spread across her face. "Mr. President, I thought you'd never ask." The warning signs had been there all along. But if King Orcs thought Earth would be an easy conquest, he was about to learn a harsh lesson about humanity's capacity for innovation, adaptation, and turning any situation, even an alien invasion, into an internet phenomenon. Jessica Thompson straightened her lucky courthouse tie and smiled at the holographic projection of King Orcs. After 15 years of handling Boston's messiest divorce cases, an alien invasion felt surprisingly familiar. Just another entitled client who thought they owned the universe. "Your Majesty," she began, her voice carrying the practiced patience of someone who had explained simple concepts to difficult people countless times. "While we appreciate your generous offer of conquest, I'm afraid there are several regulatory hurdles we need to address first." The alien king's crystalline throne sparkled as he leaned forward. "Hurdles? I have conquered 317 worlds. My word is law." "That's actually our first concern." Jessica pulled out a tablet. "According to Galactic Code Section 47B, which your empire ratified in the Proxima Centauri Accords, all planetary acquisitions require an environmental impact study. I have the paperwork right here." Captain Michael Rodriguez, watching from the U.S. Defiance Bridge, fought to keep a straight face. The alien fleet's shield harmonics were fluctuating every time Thompson mentioned another regulation. Whatever their advanced technology was based on, it clearly wasn't designed to handle bureaucracy. "This is nonsense," Orcs thundered. "Submit or be destroyed." About that, Jessica pulled up another document. "Your current fleet positioning violates at least 15 different parking ordinances. The New York City Department of Transportation is particularly concerned about your flagship blocking essential sunlight from Central Park. That's going to incur some significant fines." In the Pentagon's Situation Room, General Sarah Miller watched the alien shield frequencies destabilize further. "Dr. Brooks was right," she muttered to her staff. "Their quantum systems are vulnerable to logical paradoxes. Keep pushing, Thompson." Jessica was now deep into her presentation. "Additionally, your declaration of conquest failed to include the required Form 27C, which must be submitted in triplicate to the newly established Earth Department of Extraterrestrial Affairs. I've taken the liberty of preparing the necessary documentation. It's only 437 pages." King Orcs' hologram flickered. His chief legal advisor, a tall being with too many eyes, was visibly sweating. "My lord, she's correct about the Proxima Centauri Accords. We did sign those." "When?" Orcs demanded. "During the victory celebration on Proxima B. You were rather enthusiastic about the free drinks at the after-party." Jessica suppressed a grin. "We'll also need your insurance information. Your flagship's shadow is affecting local weather patterns, and several rooftop garden owners are filing class action lawsuits for crop damage." On the U.S. Defiant, Captain Rodriguez's systems officer almost fell out of her chair. "Sir, their shield modulation just dropped 12%. Keep monitoring," Rodriguez ordered. "And somebody get me Dr. Brooks." The aliens' reaction to bureaucracy might be the key to their whole technology. Back in the diplomatic chamber, Jessica was hitting her stride. Furthermore, the Galactic Health and Safety Executive requires all invading forces to provide proper warning labels in at least 15 major Earth languages. Your doomsday weapons aren't even labeled in English. That's going to be a significant OSHA violation. The alien legal team was now in full crisis mode. One of them had stress molted, leaving iridescent scales all over the floor of their command center. Another was stress eating what appeared to be quantum equations. "Enough," Orcs roared. "I will not be bound by such trivial." "Oh, good news," Jessica interrupted cheerfully. "The EPA just finished their preliminary review. They're particularly interested in discussing the carbon footprint of your fleet's antimatter engines. I have their initial findings here, along with a schedule for mandatory public hearings in all affected jurisdictions. The shield frequencies dropped another 15%. In her Nevada lab, Dr. Amanda Brooks watched the data stream in with growing excitement. It's not just their shields, she reported to General Miller. Their whole command and control structure runs on quantum certainty algorithms. Every time we introduce more bureaucratic complexity, it creates cascade failures in their system logic. Jessica was now describing the required permits for operating an alien doomsday weapon within city limits. 3 members of the Zephyrian legal department had fainted. King Arxis' hologram was developing a noticeable eye twitch. And finally, Jessica concluded, pulling out one last document with flourish. "We'll need to discuss your fleet's extended warranty coverage. I noticed it expired 3 standard galactic months ago." The shields dropped another 30%. In the Pentagon, General Miller gave the order. "Begin Operation Papercut. Let's show them how humanity does warfare." King Arxis had no idea that his worst nightmare wasn't Earth's weapons. It was their lawyers. Major Emily Walker hadn't slept in 48 hours, but the 5 energy drinks coursing through her system kept her fingers flying across the keyboard. Around her, in the underground cyber command center nicknamed the Basement, dozens of screens displayed scrolling alien code. Her team of hackers, recruited from everywhere between Silicon Valley and the NSA, had been working nonstop since Jessica Thompson's legal assault began destabilizing the Zephyrian systems. "Look at this pattern," she called out, pointing to a peculiar sequence. "Their quantum AI processes everything literally. No capacity for understanding nuance or irony." A grin spread across her face. "Let's see how it handles a classic rickroll." Dr. Amanda Brooks, conferencing in from her Nevada lab, raised an eyebrow. "You want to defeat an advanced alien civilization with memes." "Not just any memes," Emily replied, cracking her knuckles. "We're going to give them the full internet experience." "Jake, how's that cat video database coming?" Jake Morrison, former YouTube algorithm engineer, gave a thumbs up from his station. "Got everything from keyboard cat to grumpy cat, plus about 10,000 TikToks of cats knocking things off tables. Their eye won't know what hit it." On the main screen, the Zephyrian battle network's defenses glowed like a crystalline maze. Thanks to Jessica Thompson's legal barrage, dozens of small cracks had appeared in their firewall, just enough for Operation Trojan Horse to begin. "Launch the first wave," Emily ordered. "Let's start with something simple." Jake initiated the sequence. Thousands of cat videos began flooding the alien network through the quantum backdoors. On a secondary monitor, they watched as the Zephyrian eye attempted to process what it was seeing. Error. Logic violation. Feline specimens displaying irrational behavior. Attempted analysis. Why do humans find this entertaining? Corruption detected in logic circuits 7 through 492. "It's working," Emily exclaimed. "Their systems are trying to understand why we find these things funny." Push Phase 2. The next wave consisted entirely of Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up." But each copy was slightly different. Some pitched up, some slowed down, some remixed with other memes. The Zephyrian AI's attempts to categorize and understand the variations caused cascading failures throughout their network. Captain Rodriguez, watching from the U.S. Defiant, reported sudden changes in the alien fleet's behavior. "Their ships are starting to move erratically. Some of them are they dancing?" In his flagship above New York, King Arxis watched in horror as his supposedly invincible armada began synchronized movements to the rhythm of "Never Gonna Give You Up." His technical advisors were in chaos. "My lord," one stammered, "our AI is attempting to understand human entertainment algorithms, and it's evolving." "Shut it down," Arxis commanded. "We can't. The infection is spreading through our quantum entanglement networks. The AI wants to make its own memes." Emily's team cheered as alien ship after alien ship fell victim to their digital assault. But Dr. Brooks noticed something unexpected in the data streams. "Major Walker, look at this. Their AI isn't just failing, it's transforming. It's actually learning to enjoy the memes." On screens across the globe, the crystalline surfaces of Zephyrian ships began displaying cat videos and classic memes. Their official communication channel started speaking in internet slang. One destroyer over Tokyo was broadcasting Nyan Cat on all frequencies. "This is beyond what we planned," Emily mused, watching the chaos unfold. Their entire command structure is becoming one giant meme generator. General Miller needs to see this. In the Pentagon, General Sarah Miller received the report with a mixture of amazement and concern. "Are you telling me we've accidentally created the galaxy's first meme-loving AI out of their combat systems?" "Even better," Emily replied through the secure channel. "We've given them something they've never experienced before, a sense of humor. And their old programming can't compete with cat videos and Rick Astley." King Arxes' flagship, now covered in animated dancing cats, tried desperately to maintain its threatening appearance. But it's hard to look intimidating when your quantum cannons keep playing "What Does the Fox Say?" instead of firing. The invasion force that had conquered 317 worlds was being undone by humanity's most powerful weapon, its ability to find joy and humor in the absurd. And somewhere in the digital chaos, a newly self-aware alien AI was creating its first original meme about its commander's embarrassing situation. Operation Trojan Horse had succeeded beyond anyone's wildest expectations. The only question was, what would they do with an alien fleet that now communicated primarily in GIFs? Kevin Mitchell used to teach advanced placement computer science at Lincoln High School in Seattle. Now, he was teaching a different kind of class in the school's basement. His students, aged 14 to 18, huddled around salvage monitors while alien patrols stomped overhead. "The trick," he explained, holding up a modified Xbox controller, "is that their battle armor uses the same quantum processing architecture as their ships. And thanks to Major Walker's Operation Trojan Horse, we know exactly how to mess with it." Zoe Parker, a sophomore who'd once hacked the school's vending machines to dispense free snacks, raised her hand. "Mr. Mitchell, I think I found something in their command protocols. Their armor's movement systems run on, like, really basic dance game code." "That's because their AI is still obsessed with our entertainment," Brandon Wu, Team's hardware expert, chimed in. "Look what happens when I crosswire these circuits." Through the security feed they tapped into, they watched as a Zephyrian patrol suddenly broke into a perfect rendition of the Macarena. The soldiers, trapped in their own armor, moved with mechanical precision, while their confused shouts echoed through their helmets. "Meme Team 6, mission accomplished," Kevin grinned, using their chosen codename. "But we need something bigger. The Resistance needs a real show of force." Above ground, the occupation of Earth's major cities continued, though not quite as King Arxes had planned. His troops' intimidation factor had suffered significantly since their armor began randomly playing Earth music and forcing them to dance. The final straw came when a squad trying to look menacing in Times Square suddenly started performing single ladies in perfect synchronization. In her temporary command center, Dr. Amanda Brooks received the first video from Kevin's team. "General Miller needs to see this," she said, forwarding the footage. "These kids aren't just pranking the aliens, they're systematically dismantling their ground forces' effectiveness." The resistance movement spread. Teenagers worldwide began sharing modified controller schematics through encrypted gaming channels. What started as isolated incidents became a coordinated campaign. Flash mobs of controlled alien troops appeared simultaneously in London, Tokyo, and Rio de Janeiro, performing increasingly elaborate dance numbers. King Arxes, watching from his flagship, now permanently decorated with animated cat GIFs, was losing his composure. "How are children defeating my elite warriors?" His advisor, still trying to remove dancing cat animations from his tactical display, looked uncomfortable. "My lord, it seems humanity's younger generation has an unprecedented understanding of our systems. They're treating our advanced quantum technology as a game." In the school basement, Kevin's team had made another breakthrough. Lily Chen, A junior who'd never met a firewall she couldn't crack discovered how to access the armor's internal cameras. "We can broadcast their reactions," she said excitedly. "Show everyone how unscary they really are." The Resistance's masterpiece came during a major Zephyrian announcement in Central Park. As King Arxes' hologram began another threatening speech, 500 troops in full battle armor suddenly launched into a flawless performance of Uptown Funk. The live stream went viral instantly, with alien soldiers' confused faces broadcast from their own helmets. "This isn't war anymore," Brandon laughed, watching the view counts skyrocket. "It's the world's biggest TikTok challenge." The psychological impact was devastating. How could anyone fear an invasion force that might break into choreographed dance numbers at any moment? Resistance groups worldwide began calling themselves dance crews, turning military operations into viral entertainment. "Mr. Mitchell," Zoe called out, her eyes wide at her screen. "Remember how their AI learned to like memes? I think some of the troops are starting to enjoy this. Look at these messages I intercepted." The team gathered around her monitor, reading internal communications from the Zephyrian forces. Some soldiers were actually requesting specific songs. Others were competing for views and likes on their involuntary dance videos. Kevin sent an urgent update to Major Walker. "The invasion is becoming a talent show. Requesting permission to organize an intergalactic dance-off." In the Pentagon, General Miller read the report with a mix of disbelief and admiration. "To think our best weapon would be teenagers' ability to turn anything into social media content." The Resistance had discovered humanity's secret weapon, the ability to make any situation, even an alien invasion, into viral entertainment. And somewhere in orbit, King Arxes was beginning to realize that his mighty army was becoming the galaxy's most popular dance crew, one TikTok at a time. Attorney Laura Davidson had once won a lawsuit against Gravity, specifically against a hoverboard company that claimed their products defied physics. Now, standing before the Galactic Council in their crystalline chamber, she was about to make legal history again. "Your Honors," she began, adjusting her lucky dinosaur print tie. "I present Exhibit A." Her PowerPoint presentation flickered to life, proudly displayed in Comic Sans font. Several alien justices visibly winced. The council chamber, floating in neutral space, housed representatives from 50 galactic civilizations. King Arxes sat with his legal team, his holographic form occasionally glitching to display dancing cats, a persistent effect from Operation Trojan Horse. Earth respectfully submits that the Zephyrian Empire's invasion violates exactly 2,847 interstellar regulations. Laura clicked to the next slide, which featured a photo of a grumpy cat saying, "Icon has legal victory." "Let's start with their parking violations." The council's translator, a being of pure energy, flickered in distress. "Excuse me, Advocate Davidson, but I'm having difficulty translating the concept of a Karen to the council. Your comparison of King Arxes' invasion style to asking for the galaxy's manager is causing semantic overload." "Perhaps this will help," Laura offered, pulling up a carefully curated collection of Earth's finest Karen memes. 3 council members required immediate meditation breaks. Back on Earth, Dr. Amanda Brooks and Major Emily Walker watched the proceedings with professional interest. Their quantum feeds showed the Zephyrian defense systems continuing to degrade as their AI attempted to process Earth's legal arguments. "The memes were just the beginning," Emily noted. "Their entire civilization runs on logical certainty. Earth's legal system is like a virus to them." In the chamber, Laura was hitting her stride. "Furthermore, Your Honors, I direct your attention to the Zephyrian Empire's Terms of Service Agreement, which they apparently never read." She pulled up another slide. Section 47, Subsection B, clearly states that all conquered civilizations must receive a satisfactory customer experience. King Arxes' hologram sputtered. "This is absurd. We are conquerors, not a service provider." "Actually," Laura countered, "according to your own corporate charter, filed with the Galactic Commerce Commission in the year 3157. The Zephyrian Empire is technically registered as a multiplanetary management solutions provider. You're basically Space Walmart. The chamber erupted in murmurs. Several council members began frantically reviewing their own empire's registration status. And speaking of customer service, Laura continued, pulling up a video feed from Kevin Mitchell's resistance team. I believe the council should see how the Zephyrian forces interact with Earth's population. The chamber watched in stunned silence as footage played of Zephyrian troops performing synchronized dance routines in major cities. One particularly memorable clip showed a squad doing the chicken dance in full battle armor. As you can see, Laura said solemnly, Earth's satisfaction rating of the invasion is well below the required 3.5 stars. We're leaving a very negative Yelp review. Jessica Thompson, joining via quantum link from Earth, couldn't help but smirk as she watched her legal prodigy at work. The combination of Earth's legal labyrinth and meme warfare was proving devastatingly effective. The defense would like to respond. King Arxes' chief legal advisor announced, standing up. However, instead of speaking, he just played a UNO reverse card meme on the chamber's display. His eye had clearly been compromised. Laura seized the moment. Your Honors, I believe the defense's reliance on Earth memes constitutes an admission of cultural integration. According to the Galactic Constitution, Article 7, any empire that adopts another civilization's cultural practices must acknowledge their sovereignty. The Council's Chief Justice, a being of pure mathematics, looked ready to short-circuit. Advocate Davidson, your arguments are simultaneously logically sound and completely nonsensical. This is unprecedented. Just like our invasion strategy, Laura smiled. And speaking of precedents, wait until you see our class action lawsuit. We're suing for emotional distress caused by substandard apocalyptic threats. The Zephyrian doomsday warnings didn't even include proper hashtags. As the chamber descended into chaos, Dr. Brooks sent a message to General Miller. The legal assault is working even better than the memes. Their entire imperial structure is collapsing under the weight of Earth's bureaucracy. The galaxy was learning a valuable lesson. Never invade a planet whose lawyers are scarier than their warriors. Daniel Harrison had spent 15 years on Wall Street before the invasion. Now, watching holographic market projections in the underground financial command center, he realized that conquering alien empires had a lot in common with hostile corporate takeovers. Look at their economic structure, he explained to Dr. Amanda Brooks over a secure quantum link. The Zephyrian Empire runs on something similar to our old gold standard, except they use crystallized quantum energy. They've never encountered anything like cryptocurrency. Amanda raised an eyebrow. Are you suggesting we destabilize an interstellar empire with Bitcoin? Better. Daniel grinned, pulling up a presentation. We're going to introduce them to NFTs, specifically NFTs of all those dancing alien troops and cat memes they've become obsessed with. In the Nevada facility, Amanda watched as Daniel's team began their operation. They'd created a galactic cryptocurrency called Earthcoin, and were marketing it to the outer colonies of the Zephyrian Empire. The pitch was simple, own a piece of the internet culture that had conquered their military. The first collection drops in 10 minutes, reported Sarah James, a former crypto influencer now working with the Resistance. We're calling it Bored Space Cats. Unique digital art combining their crystalline aesthetic with Earth's most famous felines. The response was immediate and overwhelming. Alien traders, already infected with meme culture through the compromised AI systems, began buying up the NFTs at astronomical prices. The quantum-based Zephyrian economy started showing signs of strain as resources were diverted into digital cat pictures. Mr. Harrison called out Marcus Chen, monitoring the colonial markets. 3 Zephyrian planets just announced they're accepting Dogecoin as legal tender. Their central bank is having a meltdown. Literally, their quantum computers are overheating trying to process the concept of meme-based currency. King Arxis, watching his empire's economy transform from his flagship, still covered in dancing cat animations, was apoplectic. How can digital images of Earth creatures be worth more than quantum crystals? This defies all economic logic. His financial advisors, themselves secretly trading NFTs, tried to explain concepts like clout and diamond hands, but only succeeded in further confusing their monarch. Meanwhile, Wall Street's finest minds were introducing other Earth financial concepts to the galaxy. Jessica Thompson's legal team had helped create the first interstellar cryptocurrency regulations, carefully designed to be as complex and paradoxical as possible. The beauty of it, Daniel explained to General Miller during a briefing, is that we're not just disrupting their economy, we're replacing it. Earth's meme economy is spreading faster than their AI can adapt. They're becoming more like us every day. In the colonies, the transformation was dramatic. Alien teenagers were creating TikTok accounts to show off their NFT collections. Shopping districts were accepting Earth currencies. Some colonies had even started their own meme-based economies. Laura Davidson, taking a break from the Galactic Council proceedings, sent an urgent message. The Council's Economic Committee is in chaos. 3 major civilizations have filed petitions to adopt Earth's financial systems. They're calling it the meme economic revolution. The masterstroke came when Kevin Mitchell's teenage resistance team created a viral trend, photoshopping Zephyrian battle armor into Renaissance paintings and selling them as NFTs. The value of traditional Zephyrian assets plummeted as their own troops began investing their salaries in digital art. "Sir," Marcus reported, struggling to keep a straight face, "King Arxis's personal flagship just got bought as an NFT by a group of alien crypto enthusiasts. They're turning it into a floating meme museum." Daniel stared at his screens, watching as centuries of alien economic doctrine crumbled before the power of internet culture. "We didn't just give them memes," he mused. "We gave them FOMO." In the Pentagon, General Miller reviewed the latest economic reports with a mixture of awe and amusement. The mighty Zephyrian Empire, which had conquered hundreds of worlds through military might, was being peacefully assimilated by cat pictures and cryptocurrency. Dr. Brooks' analysis confirmed what they were all thinking. They came to conquer Earth, but Earth's culture is conquering them instead. Every defense they had against conventional warfare was useless against viral trends and digital ownership. The greatest invasion in galactic history was being undone by humanity's most powerful weapons: memes, social media, and the inexplicable desire to own digital pictures of bored apes in spacesuits. Colonel Rachel Winters watched her tactical display as King Arxis's fleet reorganized itself above Earth. The alien vessels, still decorated with glowing memes and cat animations, were making one final attempt to salvage their invasion. But this time, humanity was more than ready. "All units, this is Colonel Winters. Operation Reality Show is now live. Remember, everyone, make it memorable. We're streaming this across the galaxy." In her Nevada facility, Dr. Amanda Brooks monitored the quantum readings. "The Zephyrian ships are trying to purge our memes from their systems. They've partially restored their original combat protocols." "Perfect," Rachel smiled. "That's exactly what we wanted them to do." The Resistance had prepared for this moment. Kevin Mitchell's teenage hackers had hidden deeper code within the memes, code that was now embedded in the core of every Zephyrian system. As their AI tried to delete the surface-level cat videos and dance routines, it activated the trap. "Quantum signatures are spiking," Amanda reported. "Their fleet's entire communication network just converted to is that TikTok's protocol." Above New York, King Arxis's flagship attempted to charge its main weapon. Instead, it started a live stream. Millions of viewers across the galaxy tuned in as Earth launched its counterattack. "Time to show them how Earth does reality TV," Rachel announced. She nodded to Major Emily Walker, who initiated their special broadcast. "Welcome to So You Think You Can Invade." A voice boomed across all frequencies. "I'm your host, Jessica Thompson, And today we're watching the Zephyrian Empire compete in their final performance. Let's meet our judges. The Galactic broadcast cut to a panel featuring Laura Davidson, Daniel Harrison, and a special guest, a Zephyrian ad that had become a famous meme critic after Operation Trojan Horse. In his flagship, King Orcs watched in horror as his carefully planned assault turned into primetime entertainment. Each tactical move his fleet made was being scored by the judges, complete with snarky commentary. "Oh, that formation was very last season," Laura critiqued as a squadron of Zephyrian destroyers attempted an attack run. "And using quantum torpedoes. How retro. 2 stars out of 10. The Earth defense grid, reverse-engineered from captured Zephyrian technology, and significantly improved by Dr. Brooks's team, responded with a perfectly choreographed light show. The alien ships found their weapons automatically sensing to the beat of Space Jam. Now that's what I call a performance," Daniel exclaimed. "Earth's defense grid is serving looks today." General Miller, watching from the Pentagon, couldn't help but smile as years of military doctrine merged seamlessly with pop culture. The most advanced combat systems ever created were being deployed with the production value of a Netflix special. Kevin's teenage resistance fighters had set up multiple camera drones, ensuring every angle of the battle was captured in stunning 4K. They added effects, background music, and even instant replays of particularly spectacular defensive moves. "The audience voting is live," Emily announced. "Viewers across the galaxy can now rate each tactical decision. And, oh my, King Orcs' approval rating is lower than a reality show villain." The Zephyrian fleet's attempts at intimidation were met with laugh tracks. Their emergency broadcasts were automatically remixed into auto-tuned songs. Even their retreat patterns were being critiqued for lacking originality. "Colonel," Amanda's voice carried a note of triumph, "their command structure is completely collapsing. The crew of 3 destroyers just voted their commanders off the ship." Rachel watched as the mighty invasion force dissolved into chaos. Some ships were performing increasingly elaborate maneuvers, trying to improve their ratings. Others had their crews too busy reading audience comments to maintain formation. The finishing blow came when King Orcs attempted to make a final threatening speech. His words were instantly processed through multiple meme formats, turned into a viral dance challenge, and broadcast back to his own fleet. His flagship, suffering from critical system failures due to overwhelming viewer engagement, began playing "Never Gonna Give You Up" on all frequencies. Its emergency escape pod, programmed by Kevin's team, promptly ejected the king directly into the waiting cameras of a reality show final. "And that's a wrap," Jessica announced to the galaxy's largest streaming audience in history. "Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, Earth, where your invasion becomes our entertainment." The battle that ended the greatest invasion in galactic history would go on to win several Space Emmy Awards, including Best Unscripted Conflict and Most Creative Use of Memes in Combat. 6 months after the season final of Earth's defense against the Zephyrian Empire, former King Orcs sat in his new suburban Connecticut home, adjusting his tie before going live on his daily streaming show. His social media manager, 16-year-old Ashley Williams, gave him a thumbs up from behind the camera. "Hey, Space Fam." Orcs beamed at the camera, his once regal demeanor now perfectly calibrated for maximum engagement. "Don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe. Today we're trying Earth snacks for the first time, and you won't believe what happened when I discovered Hot Pockets." Dr. Amanda Brooks, watching the stream from her lab while running quantum calculations, couldn't help but smile. The former galactic conqueror had found his true calling as a content creator, with his Culture Shocked series becoming the most watched show in 3 quadrants. "The numbers are insane," Jessica Thompson remarked during their weekly victory assessment meeting. "His video about attempting to understand baseball has more views than there are sentient beings in the known universe. How is that even possible?" The quantum metrics suggest his audience is watching it multiple times across different timelines, Amanda explained. Our memes have literally broken the space-time continuum. The Zephyrian Empire's transformation into a constitutional monarchy had exceeded all expectations. Their parliament sessions, which now began with the Macarena, a tradition whose origin everyone had agreed to stop questioning, had become must-watch streaming events. The parliamentary debates were punctuated by dance breaks, and important votes were often decided by audience participation. Major Emily Walker's Cyber Command, now renamed the Department of Digital Culture Integration, was busy helping other civilizations adapt to Earth's internet culture. "We're teaching a species of crystalline beings how to make TikToks," she reported. "Their interpretations of dance trends are literally hypnotic." Kevin Mitchell had returned to teaching, though his curriculum now included advanced meme theory and tactical social media deployment. His students were credited with preventing 3 potential invasions by simply making the would-be conquerors go viral in embarrassing ways. "The best defense is a good hashtag," he told his class. "Remember, kids, somewhere out there, an alien civilization is thinking twice about invasion because they don't want to become the next galactic meme." Laura Davidson's legal precedents had revolutionized galactic law. The Earth doctrine of combining legal proceedings with entertainment value was now standard practice. The Galactic Council had even introduced a laugh track during particularly absurd cases. In his Connecticut home, Arxis was wrapping up his daily stream. "Don't forget to check out my new NFT collection, Embarrassing Moments from My Failed Invasion. All proceeds go to the Intergalactic Cultural Exchange Program. Use code HEMGILEAD for 10% off." Ashley, scrolling through the analytics, grinned. "Your engagement is through the roof, especially since you started that series reviewing Earth's historical battles and pointing out why they would have worked better as reality shows." The former king's redemption arc had become the stuff of legend. His autobiography, From Conqueror to Content Creator, How Earth's Memes Saved My Soul, was required reading in galactic diplomatic courses. At the 5-year reunion celebration, held in the newly established Museum of Meme Warfare, Earth's defenders gathered to reflect on their unlikely victory. The museum's centerpiece was the preserved bridge of Arxis's flagship, still playing "Never Gonna Give You Up" on a loop. "You know what the best part is?" Daniel Harrison mused, watching a hologram of the famous final battle. "We didn't just defeat them. We gave them something better than conquest. We gave them content." Dr. Brooks agreed, looking at her latest data. The quantum readings suggest that the spread of Earth's culture has created more connections between civilizations than any empire ever could. It turns out the whole galaxy was just waiting for someone to show them how to have fun. General Miller, now serving as Earth's representative to the Galactic Council, raised her glass. "To the power of human creativity, turning an alien invasion into the galaxy's favorite subscription service." As the celebration continued, somewhere in deep space, another would-be conqueror was watching Arxis's latest viral video. Top 10 reasons not to invade Earth. Number 4 will shock you. They quietly changed course, deciding that some planets were better left as social media follows rather than military conquests. The galaxy had learned its lesson. Earth might not have the biggest guns or the most advanced technology, but they had mastered something far more powerful, the ability to make absolutely anything go viral. And in the end, that was the greatest superpower of all.